How would you hire and pay people to work for you when most people expect the boss owner to take out taxes, social security, et cetera? Cindy, that's not my problem. You know, I agree. We have large companies that have a lot of employees that don't care. I'm going to tell you right now, Sonny, most people are not going to be able to get a home. So the element of getting taxes taken out so you can apply for credit and get a home in a couple of years, it's ridiculous. It's not going to happen for most people. The element of getting a car can be done anywhere with a job, just proof of job, paycheck stubs, whatever. So if I can prove an income going into an account, I can buy a car. Sunny, until 30 years ago, credit scores were meaningless. We lived 6,000 years without worrying about credit. You know what I'm saying? And so I personally have not used the Social Security since 2008. Why would I go into debt? Why would I have a credit card? Why would I need to? And if you're living a biblical lifestyle, you're not operating in debt. None of that stuff matters anyway, you know. I agree with you. Some people feel no matter what, they need to use their social and they need to be paid and get a paycheck stub. I just tell them I can't. I'm not that type of entity. We're a private foundation. You're a private worker. Here's our contract. And I can pay you any which way you want. You want direct deposit, you want this, but I am not an employer to you. You're going to work these hours. Here's our agreement, and that's it. No private workers agreement is sufficient enough to allow for people to work for you. Now, what are they going to say? I want to be able to buy a house. Good luck. Okay, they're not going to be able to buy a house on $25 an hour anywhere in this country. Um, with taxes taken out, or even $50 an hour, whatever it is. They're not going to be able to in the next several years. Even with the markets crashing, there will not be loans available. I don't know if you remember the 2008 crash. Loans went away for 8 months. And then for the next 2 years, the only loans that were given out were paper loans and to 770 FICO borrowers. And they had to be tight, and their debt to income ratios had to be tight in their income statements. But the houses then in 2008 were not even half. Like they've almost doubled in the value in the last 12 years, 14 years. So markets crashed. We lost 50%. It came back to normal about 2010, 11, 12, 13, 14, depending on the county of the state. Now the houses have doubled since then. You're not going to be able to get a house unless you take over somebody's existing note that's in a failed environment, which the living and the private members will get a copy of contracts and how to do that. And as a licensed real estate broker with plenty of knowledge on how to do that and have done it before, you can take over somebody's existing property where you get power of attorney over the note, you catch them up on the note, and you can walk in and own that house and put it in the name of the foundation and operating in any which way that you wish. So find people that don't want or don't worry about having taxes pulled out of their accounts. That's the only way I can say it. And more people need to get into that mindset of operating in that fashion. I do understand that they're, you know, even if they were to report you that the EDD, the IRS, nobody has jurisdiction over a foundation. And by the way, the Constitution is clear. A man's or a woman's right to private contract is the highest form of law on this land. So they don't have jurisdiction over the foundation. They don't have jurisdiction over the agreement, and you don't have a right to take taxes out because you have no accounts or structures or anything set up to do so. So you just pay them directly. You're operating in honor, they're operating in honor, and you will go on for years, years. And they will ultimately thank you down the road for saving them tens of thousands of dollars.